Welcome back, everybody, where last time we dug this giant hole. This thing is a little over 500 by 500 big. It is super gigantic, and as you can tell, I haven't cleaned up the bottom of this yet. I did one layer. I got rid of, there used to be like lava and stuff on top of here. I ran the machine one more layer all the way across. But I made a little bit of a mistake up here, and a lot of these are stuck here at the wall. So basically, I took the TNT out of all of these and sent it on its way, so it wouldn't make another hole. And turns out that was a huge mistake. Basically, the way that these things stop at these sides is by push limit, and so since it took away one block, kind of broke the whole thing. So now I don't know what I want to do with these things back here. Something else that I got though that you may have noticed is I updated my shader pack. So I went from using Complementary v4.7 or something like that, whatever the latest has been. I've been continually updating it, and I swapped over to Complementary Reimagined. So this is whatever the latest one is, 2.1 or something. I don't know, but it's really cool. You can do a lot of stuff with like random noise and normal maps and stuff. You can see my helmet kind of looks like it actually has some like indentation on it. It's really cool. Anyways, why is there a giant plus sign down here? Why have I only done a little bit of this? So on. Let's talk about it for a second. So basically, I don't want to make a machine to pull these up because I kind of don't mind just sitting here and mining a bunch of this out. I've just been watching a lot of hockey and playoffs are going on, and so I just, turn on the Leafs game and just get to mining through this stuff. So I'm going to keep doing that because I don't mind it. And also while I'm doing that, I'm getting a bunch of this deep slate. And so I won't have to go mine it later, and it's really helpful. Same sort of reason I have the tunnel bore machine. Yeah, today we're going to be trying to turn this into a slime farm. And actually this isn't all of the slime chunks down here. There's also one, I think, here, and then there's like 3 more this way. But I don't want to use all of those. I sort of just want to use these and have them in a nice plus sign. And actually, why don't I show you how many slime chunks are down here? It's kind of crazy. All right, so here are all the slime chunks that are down here in the perimeter, and you can tell there's quite a bit, as you'd expect for one of these projects. And so each one of these columns here is a slime chunk. So if I go straight down right here, there's probably some slimes down here, but maybe not. Nope. So yeah, if we just fly around for a bit, actually if I turn hitboxes on, that'll help. Yes, so some just spawned right there in that chunk. Fly over here, there's probably some over here as well. Yeah, there's some spawning. So I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. So that's part of the project when you do these perimeters, is figuring out how to deal with the slimes. And actually, why don't I turn these off? Before I go and get working on this project over here, why don't I go ahead and build up something that's going to help us with dealing with these slimes a bit. I think you all probably know, but Minecraft has this thing called a mob cap. So if we look at the top left of my screen, you'll see it says 8 of 70. Well, that means there's 8 mobs taking up the mob cap, while there's 70 maximum. And so once you hit 70, no more mobs are going to spawn in this game. And so that's sort of how the game limits like how many mobs can attack you at once, is to try to ease it out, right? And so the reason it says 8 of 70, I'm actually not sure where those 8 come from, but that means some mobs are name tagged in loaded chunks or something like that. So they're just hanging around. Basically what we're going to do down here is we're going to make something called a mob switch, which essentially, when you load the mob switch, it prevents other mobs from spawning anywhere in your world. And so it's going to help so much when we're working down here on this project, or I'm digging stuff out over there instead of having to fight slimes all the time. I just got to go turn on the mob switch, and yeah, I'm good to go. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to make mob switches. You can make them with shulkers, you can make them with converted zombie villagers, or the newest way is to use our favorite new scary boy that we can find down here somewhere. If I can fly, wow, I'm surprised I've not hit any walls. We have our big scary boy down here. If I can find a shrieker. using some of those, we can make a very, very, very scary and dangerous mob switch. And that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, well, here it is. And it's a bit loud because this thing is going off all the time. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just a bunch of slabs and stone on the floor. And then basically there's a little bit more up there, but very easy to build. I just followed a video by Ilmango. I don't think there's a world download for this. It's pretty simple. You can just watch the video and pretty much figure out how to put this thing together. But it's pretty cool. So the way that it works is, you hit your head on everything. No, the way that it works is you stand on top of the Shrieker, and that'll eventually cause wardens to spawn, and they'll only spawn up here, theoretically, because we slabbed all this stuff on the ground for them to spawn. And so what happens is they hear this note block and go, oh, note block, and they come walk in here and go flying way up here to the top of the bubble column. And this twisting vine prevents entity collisions, which basically bypasses the entity cramming limit. So you can have like, 1,000 mobs in that one square if you wanted. But yeah, that's the basics of how this works. And then there's a little bit more we gotta do. We gotta set up a chunk loader so that basically we load these chunks over here and all that too, but we'll do that later. Let's try to run this because I haven't ran it yet. The way that you run it is really easy. So in this barrel, I have, this is 80. So I have 80 iron nuggets, and all you gotta do is put them in this dropper, and it'll retract this piston and let you stand on top of it. And basically, when the wardens hit this pressure plate, it's gonna put one of those iron nuggets down in here, and when this thing is empty, this thing will pull back, will push forward and push me off the edge like this. So we don't get 1,000 wardens up there causing problems. But let me jump on here and let's see how this works. And depending on how high my level is, this might take a while for them to spawn. So let's watch. And hopefully they only spawn up here and don't go crazy down here. But that's number 2. I think we got 2 more. Then we need to count up to 4. So the next one here is going to be 3. Oh, let me eat some food. Don't mind me. So that was number 3. The next one should be getting a warden spawning, and it should be spawning right up here. Let's see. Oh my god, that's perfect. Alright, so now the test is, hopefully this thing goes right away straight into the water column. Come on, buddy. You may zoop. There he goes, straight up there. And so now this dude is just gonna stay up here forever and ever and ever. And yeah, he'll just chill up there. So we're gonna get some more spawning. Here's another dude. Anyway, I think that's working. So I might lower this down one more block, and then I gotta build up a chunk loader somewhere over this direction, maybe. But yeah, this is just working perfectly. Alrighty, it's a bit later. I've been doing a little bit of video editing in the meantime while I've been standing on this thing. And check this out. All 80 iron nuggets are in here. So if I'm sure you can hear the warden cacophony that's going on too. These dudes are so loud. But look how many of them are up here now. So there should be 80 wardens straight in there. So if I look at my tab menu, we got 92 out of 70. So that means that there's probably some other mobs that are hanging around like in the prefaces and aren't despawning. But if we go back into the nether, we can go check out some stuff. So yeah, I got the chunk loaders all set up and working right here. And when we come in here, I can turn on the chunk loader. It's like this, boop. So the minecart goes through and it should come right back out. Yeah, standard stuff. Old Mango design once again. Yeah, but if you fly over here, let's go head back to the overworld. And we should still see a mob cap of 80. Even when we're all the way up on top of the perimeter. Back in the world now, or overworld now. Whoop, we've always been in the world. But check it out. We have 92 mobs once again. If you remember earlier in the video, when we were standing up on top of our platform up here, we had 8 out of 70. So there was 8 that were spawned somewhere random. I don't know. But I guess with there being 92 there, it looks like my counter isn't quite working because, yeah, we got a little bonus wardens there, but that's okay. It's no big deal. If anything, it's a little bit more buffer room. But check it out. When we fly down here now, absolutely no chance at any slime spawning. This is so cool. So now, like, when I'm down here working on stuff, if I'm like mining these things out, digging holes, or like doing whatever, and you know, don't want to get harassed by slimes or like blown up by creepers or anything like that, I just go turn on the mob switch and we are all good. Just, oh, it's going to be so peaceful. But now I guess I have a little bit of work to do down here to prep before we can do the slime farm. But we're gonna do a pretty standard slime farm. We're building a whole bunch of portals. I realized in the Ghast video, I said that I wouldn't be doing portal farms, but technically that was in the Nether, so I'm really not a liar, am I? If this farm comes from the overworld, who knows? But I have a whole lot of obsidian to place. I really hope I don't need to go get more. Mining out those pillars in the end should be enough, but I don't know, I haven't counted, so let's get building on these huge towers. They're gonna go from way down here all the way up to here or so. So let's get working on that. It's going to take quite a while. Oh boy, look at those beautiful pillars. You can tell I added a little bit of extra over here. I don't know how I forgot, but basically when you make portals that big, zombie piglins become a huge problem, and you'll see when we go down there. But I did a little bit of cleanup on the mob cap. You can tell we're at 0 now. Oh, it was so annoying. There was like endermen stuck in blocks, hidden in places, and I couldn't find them. And yeah, it was a huge pain to get rid of them. But we're finally at 0, which means when we go over there, this thing's gonna be at full speed. So why don't we check it out? It's kind of hard to see what's going on this side, so I'll make a bot over here so we can go see what it looks like on the nether side. But what you can see from over here is just how crazy this thing is for like gold as well. Maybe I should put some gold collection down here, because I mean, look how many pigmen are just falling down here on the edges too. It's not a small amount, and so I had one of these pillars over here, and then there's one over here on this side for the back side, obviously. And yeah, it's just, you know, built up in here with some turtle eggs, because the zombies love the turtle eggs. And god, it took longer for me to get these turtle eggs than it did to build up these portals. All right, here we have it on the nether side, and check out how many slimes are flying through here. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. There's just a portal, and when there's a whole bunch of slimes coming through, like right now, the big ones push them all to the sides, or, you know, they see the iron golems and just go over to the side. But why don't I fly up here to the top, and we can get a more accurate count of sort of how many slimes are coming through. It's a bit hard to tell because I'm just burning them all immediately right now. But yeah, so it looks like there's around 30-ish, you know, 15 to 30 or so slimes coming through constantly. So, I mean, it's just, you know, it going crazy fast, right? So it's just constant slimes flowing through here. Obviously the spawning algorithm can slow up or speed down. It's all RNG. So yeah, going crazy fast. But now I got to figure out how to store all these things, because there's probably like a really huge amount of drops coming through here. So let me go do a bunch of math and figure out how to store all these items. All right, here we have it, the slime loader 9000, or you know, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there's a lot of junk here. Dealing with a lot of items in the nether is really annoying, because you don't have waterways, which super sucks, I guess, unless you're the Sidecraft boys. But anyway, yeah, so we just have let me fly up. We have all of these slimes coming through. I mean, look how crazy it is. It's you can see a little bit more how like many slimes are coming through here now that they're not just all burning in the lava. But yeah, we have these minecart yeeters coming through here, getting rid of them. Ilmango stuff down here, and then I rigged up this really sketchy item aligner that basically the slimes come down both the sides and then get shot to the middle, and then let's see, this is about to fall. Yep, it falls and it goes bonk bonk and just gets sent on its way. And then down here, this is a 8 times hopper speed shulker loader. So in here there's a shulker box getting loaded super fast, and the items are just flying into here. And yeah, this design, I got this from the Storage Tech Discord, and there was like 3 people that did it. It was like Hampter, Floppy and someone else I don't remember. Their names are on screen right now, but yeah, Storage Tech has a lot of cool stuff for it. But why don't I go, it's actually really cool if I go in a little spectator cheaty cam here. You can see in here in the shulker box, look how fast, oh, there's an egg in here, that's not good. We gotta fix the filters. So yeah, I mean, just look how fast the slimes are coming in through here though, right? It's just completely insane. And then once I fix that filter, this thing can't handle mixed boxes, so gotta get rid of that. But yeah, it's just absolutely crazy coming through here. We have so many slimes. I mean, look, I've just been testing it and I've got this much already. So just absolutely crazy stuff going on here. I am gonna call it there though. We got this whole thing all built up. I used basically entirely all of the obsidian I mined from those end pillars. There was, I had to raid my storage chests a little bit back in the tower, but yeah, this is basically all of our obsidian is now done and gone. So no more portal projects from here on out. I promise. There's no way I am losing my mind mining more pillars. But anyways, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a good rest of the day wherever you are. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.